Welcome to Sports Trades, my name is Lou, and in this edition of Building a Champion, I will detail all the moves Jim Hendry and Theo Epstein made in building and the construction of the 2016 Chicago Cubs 25-man roster that overcame a 3-1 deficit to the Indians and a 108-year drought to win the World Series. Please enjoy. Wilson Contreras was signed as an international free agent out of the country of Venezuela on July 15, 2009. Javier Baez was the 9th overall selection in the 2011 MLB draft out of Arlington County Day School in Jacksonville, Florida. On October 12, 2011, Theo Epstein signed a 5-year, $18 million contract with Chicago Cubs. With his vision and expertise with winning 2 titles on the Boston Red Sox, he was the right guy for the general manager job. Let me backtrack. Sean Marshall was the 163rd overall selection in the 2003 MLB draft. He would be traded to the Cincinnati Reds on December 23, 2011 in a 3-player deal that would include Travis Wood. Rewind time. Andrew Cashner was the 19th overall selection in the 2008 MLB draft, and Kai Ming Na was signed to a minor league deal on June 15, 2010. They would be traded on my 14th birthday to the San Diego Padres in exchange for Anthony Rizzo. With the 6th overall selection in the 2012 MLB draft, the Cubs selected Albert Almora Jr. out of Mater Academy Charter in Hialeah, Florida. On June 30, 2012, Jorge Soler was signed to a 9-year, $30 million deal out of Cuba as an amateur free agent. Time to rewind. On January 21, 2004, Ryan Dempster was signed as a free agent. On July 31, 2012, he would be traded to the Texas Rangers in a deal that would include Kyle Hendricks. On December 6, 2012, Hector Rendon was claimed in the Rule 5 draft after being unprotected by the Cleveland Indians. That might come back to haunt them. With the 2nd overall selection in the 2013 MLB draft, they would select Chris Bryant out of the University of San Diego. Backtrack time. So Steve Clevenger was the 209th overall selection in the 2006 MLB draft, and Scott Feldman signed a 1-year deal on November 27, 2012. On July 2, 2013, they would both be dealt to the Baltimore Orioles in exchange for Jake Arrieta and Pedro Strop. Alright, backtrack time. On November 14, 2006, Mark DeRosa would be signed as a free agent to a 3-year deal. On New Year's Eve of 2008, he would be dealt to the Cleveland Indians for Chris Archer and 2 other players. Archer would be dealt with Sam Fuld, a 2004 306th overall pick, Brandon Geyer, 2007 157th overall pick, Hike Lee, who was signed on June 17, 2009, and Robinson Chirinos, who was signed as an amateur free agent on July 2, 2000, dealt to the Tampa Bay Rays on January 7, 2011. In exchange for Matt Garza and 2 other players. Then on July 22, 2013, Matt Garza would be dealt to the Texas Rangers in exchange for Carl Edwards Jr., Justin Grimm, and 2 other players. With the 4th overall selection in the 2014 MLB draft, they selected Kyle Schwarber from Indiana University. Let me backtrack a bit. So Jeff Samardzija was the 149th overall selection in the 2006 MLB draft, and Jason Hamill signed a 1-year deal on January 31, 2014. He would be dealt to the Oakland Athletics on the 4th of July, 2014 in exchange for Addison Russell, Billy McKinney, and Dan Straley. Jackson Mejia was signed as an international free agent on July 2, 2013, and Zach Godley was the 288th overall selection in the 2013 MLB draft. They would be traded on December 9, 2014 to the Diamondbacks in exchange for Miguel Montero. On December 15, 2014, they signed John Lester, a free agent who was on the Athletics the previous season. And on December 23, they signed David Ross from the Boston Red Sox. On April 4, 2012, Luis Valbuena was claimed off waivers from the Toronto Blue Jays, and Dan Straley was in the trade for Jeff Samardzija and Jason Hamill that I mentioned earlier on July 4, 2014. Those 2 would be dealt to the Houston Astros on January 19, 2015 in exchange for Dexter Fowler. On December 8, 2015, they signed 2 free agents, Ben Zobrist from the Kansas City Royals and John Lackey from the St. Louis Cardinals. On December 15th, they signed Lackey's teammate on the Cardinals, Jason Hayward. On the day before the 2008 election, they signed non-drafted free agent Arzmedi Alcantara. On June 9, 2016, he would be dealt to the Oakland Athletics in exchange for 2009 National League Rookie of the Year Chris Coughlin. With the 68th overall selection in the 2011 MLB Draft, they would select Daniel Vogelbach, and Paul Blackburn was the 56th overall selection in the 2012 MLB Draft. He was a compensation pick awarded by the MLB for the free agent loss of Carlos Pena. They would be then dealt on July 20th, 2016 to the Seattle Mariners in exchange for Mike Montgomery. Note, he recorded the final out and the save in Game 7 of the World Series. Starlin Castro was signed as a non-drafted free agent on October 25, 2006. On December 8, 2015, he would be dealt to the New York Yankees in exchange for Adam Warren and a player to be named later. Billy McKinney was acquired in the Jeff Samardzija and Jason Hamill trade that I went over that happened on July 4, 2014. Gleyber Torres was signed to a minor league deal on July 2, 2013. And Rashad Crawford was the 344th overall selection in the 2012 MLB Draft. Those 4 players would be packaged in a trade to the New York Yankees in exchange for Aroldis Chapman on July 25, 2016. If you happen to enjoy the video, please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. It helps the channel grow. Until next time, I'm Lou on Sports Trades. Peace out.